Hi, my loves, Dre, my lady girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with I'm about to say South Central Baddies, a South Central Baddies girl, Joseline's Cabaret, Texas, season 2, episode 3. The name of this episode is called Wet and Wild and Up. Wet, Wild, and Up. Y'all, let's hop into it. Joseline gave us a little episode. She gave us an episode. Y'all know I'm not watching the Baddies Caribbean, Midwest makeshift move, bitch. I'm not watching it. I did kind of peek over there. I'm just like, let me just drop a pin, drop a low, and see what was going on. It was looking like it was something. And I saw Mariah get beat up real bad. Boo, boo, boo. I seen Anna stump on that girl head with her bare feet. But let me know if y'all want to see my reaction to that, because that episode I just watched today was kind of like, maybe there is something to this. Okay, what is it? The braids? I don't know, guys. Make sure you come in and say hello. By saying hello, I mean you hit the like button. It's letting YouTube know, hey girl, we like this kind of content. She's doing her big one. We're growing, we're growing in community, and I'd love to have you over here, sister, if you haven't done so already. Now, let's just hop into it. Okay. Thanks so much for coming in and saying hello / hitting that like. All right. And you know, I ever say you come in somebody's house, you speak first, period. So listen, we're going to start off with Damelo. Damelo, okay. Beto Bico Mamo, hey, like, she's going in with this music video with her looks. I love that Joseline comes on and she does her big one. She don't care. She gonna give us a music video. She gonna give us a 2-step. She gonna shake a little, pop a little cat, and hit it from the back. So I love that she does that. And I'm gonna always talk about her music because her music is a very big integral part of the Joseline's Cabaret experience, right? So the girls are finally, on our way or getting to the pool party. But prior to that, they know that they can't fight at the pool party because apparently it's some sort of hosting and they're making money. And I feel like Zeus knows exactly what they're doing because they're essentially double dipping. All right. We're gonna have these girls come out here, we're gonna be recording the show and this, that, and the third. But then also too, we're gonna get these clubs to give us a bag to bring our production crew. So now we can have a venue to can film at. And then we're also gonna, get paid some money. I think it's so smart the way that they did that. Well, anyway, Lexi Go and Chinks run it back. Okay. When I tell you Chinks tore her up, Chinks tore her up and down. Do you hear what I'm saying? Do you mind if I stroke you up? She beat her up bad. Lexi lose. I feel like they're big girls. Okay. Shout out to the big girls one time. Okay. And because they're big girls, they look like it's a little baka, like, but for real, Lexi was doing a lot of grabbing. Chinks was doing a lot of throwing them hands. You get what I'm saying? After a very intense fight between two stallion women, shout out to Stallionaire Chance. You know, Jocelyn says there's no fighting. We're going to be hosting, and the girls get sexy. And when I say that they get sexy, I'm not talking about how Jayla be in her motherfucking, B-roll footage and walking out with the stiff hip. I'm talking about the girls look good. The cast look good. Am I tripping? These girls look like something. I'm so serious. They looking like a little something. And so they're sexy as fuck, is what I wrote down. Sexy as fuck. Okay. Yeah. So sexy. Oh, okay. Girl, we can't even do him no more. Oh my God. We can't even do him no more. I can't even say his name, the man who will not be spoken. So the girls are getting on the thing. I had to do a little blur out because the girl, baby, the way that them girls was on that thing looking like that. So Raven starts talking. She's like, well, who misses Wet Wet? And so Ocean, she said, I don't really miss her, because she's big on respect for Joseline and she can't help us. She can't do nothing. She can't even help herself and know her place and, up when somebody's putting you on. And I'm like, girl, not Miss Ocean coming through. I like Ocean. And I want to say typically girls like Ocean throw me a little bit because it's like, girl, are you giving performative? What is it? Who, are you some type of Spanish? Are you some type of, what are you, Spanish girl? It's giving me like, let me watch her. But I like Ocean. I really do. Like, she seems authentic, one, and she seems like she's going to pop her shit. So I'm like, okay, Ocean. Well, anyway, um, So the girls are just having fun on the bus. They're twerking, they're dancing. Raven was kind of leading them on to having a good time versus Wet Wet being all messy. So they're having a, situation. They're, getting excited, no fights or anything like this. So they're going at the pool party. The name of the spot was called Sakai. Now I've never been to Houston. I've been in Dallas, but not Houston. But Houston seemed like it's lit. It seemed like it lit out in Houston. You feel what I'm saying? It seemed like it's something out there. And so the OGs, she introduces the OGs, Jocelyn Hernandez, and they hit the Doom Cha Cha, right? So they hit the little Doom Cha Cha. She was like, girl, some of the girls were messing up and ain't nobody spot saved. That was really truly Andrea. She high up messing up the Doom Cha Cha, but the club was lit, baby. The club was going up. Got the club going up. That little spot right there really looked lit. And sometimes we'll be watching the footages of them in these, scenes, and it's like, girl, I can't, I can't do the club, and I can't even. I don't remember the last time I've been to a club. However, this pool party looked very, very lit. Okay. And so the girls was getting in the pool, they shaking butt and they get naked, they splashing, it's wet, it's lit. Like, girl, all the old girls, they was coming out, they was performing because they're entertainers at the end of the day. You feel what I'm saying? And it just seemed like it was a really good vibe. Shout out to Krishan one time. It's a vibe all of the time. And so the girls get back onto the sprinter and they're on their way back home and they're pressing a big girl like, girl, well, I ain't see you pop no hot. I ain't see you no air. I ain't see you doing that. She was like, well, I'm only going to do what I want to do. And so she starts getting loud with Raven. It's just like, girl, she was just saying, I just was just saying, mommy, like, I want to know where you at. Like, where's you at? You got all of this dance, but you ain't showing none. Cause where is it at? And she's like, I'm not about to let nobody, I'm going to do what I want to do. And I'm going to show what I want to show. And I don't care. I don't got to fight if I don't want to fight. But it's like, girl, you want a cabaret show where half of these women on here are sex workers. Are you going to do anything? You ain't even going to do nothing. You can't even make it shake within the clothing. Like, what are we really, really doing? Anyway, soon as they leave the club, they hopping right into elimination. And I'm like, oh, not hopping right exactly into elimination. I like that. She got the girls up on the steps like a classic, like real throwback flavor of love, flavor flav elimination. And so she's talking to, some of the girls. Apparently, there were some girls who was really, really in there knowing how to throw the box and knowing how to throw the cooch. And so Joseline said, well, you know what? You're going to go with me and you're going to go with me. So we are introduced to a new girl named Hennessy and she's from Brooklyn. I'm like, damn, is every girl in Brooklyn named Hennessy? And then we have another girl who is Houston raised and born, and she's there. She's only 21. She's like, I think I'm the youngest girl in the cast. And I want to break the stigma that just because I'm young doesn't mean I don't know what I have going on and what I want in life. I love that. We love a little, you know what I'm saying, a girl that's about her business. Okay. And so they're going through and they're talking to everybody, or Joseline, and she's like, you right here. Why did you get into it with Isis or Andrea or whatever. So Andrea and Isis, they going at it. You're fake. You're this. You're that. Oh no, you're corny. No, you was on some weird stuff and you wanted to fight me. And so Jocelyn asked the girls, so who started the fight? And the girl, I think her name was Kay, said, no, it really was her. She started that fight because she wasn't even trying to fight her. She wasn't even trying to fight her. And Jocelyn did ask the question and she answered. So they started fighting or whatever. She was so they warming up to have a situation. And Andrea's going on and on. Danny's getting pissed off because Danny is obviously her good home girl. She like, girl, no, we're not going for none of that. And it is what it is. Like she's getting upset and she doesn't like it. So, I felt like she was getting maybe disrespectful. And so Isis comes down the steps on that elimination steps, and she comes downstairs and they make a little spot and she rocks Andrea. She rocks Andrea. She rocked Andrea. First hit out the gate. Bang! I was like, oh. Her punch had a snapback. You know how somebody punch you, they just following through. Nah, baby, it was a jab. Boom! She pulled her shit back. I was like, oh wow, popped her in the mouth, bleeding, blood everywhere. Okay, blood on the leaves, girl. She had it was bad. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about each other's outfit, and you DIY you wearing cheetah print. She shake, and that ain't none of that matter when she split that lip like that. Cause shut up, ho. That's when you splitting lips. Now shut up after that. You know what I mean? So, um, whatever. So Jocelyn is like, oh my gosh, like y'all just chill, whatever. She's over there, she's talking to Andrea. And Andrea was still popping like, girl, and I still don't like you. You still gonna shoot yourself in the foot because I'm not gonna teach you nothing. Mommy, you're corny, you're corny. And Jocelyn comes and consoles her, like, mommy, come on, because your lip is, I can see it through your lip, girl. Come on, let's go to the hospital. She's like, I'm not going to no hospital. I'm staying right here. She's like, no, you have to go to the hospital, get your lip stitched up. You know what I mean? They had the medics on her. She's like, no, I promise you, you're not going to lose your spot. You're here. You can go. Like, don't worry. Don't worry. Like, just giving her a little bit of whatever. And so after that whole situation, Isis was around because she said her hand was broken. So she's like, yo, I need some ice because my hand is, really messed up. So Isis needs some ice. And so Isis must have been next to and in proximity to who she is coining Jigsaw. She is calling her Jigsaw, which it might stick. Y'all know I love a good nickname, okay? Because it's given Jigsaw. Although I did like that she spoke up. Whatever. Because they was on a sprinter. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention it. They was on a sprinter. They was like, oh well, who has a problem or whatever. She was like, it's not that I had a problem, but Jocelyn wanted to move from the section and you were still standing there, and I just felt like like I feel like she not one of those scrappy dude type of chicks, but she won't say what she gotta say. Well, anyway, Isis popped her. Isis popped her in the mouth. I was like, next time somebody say something, don't you say shit about it. I was like, oh my gosh, not Isis. I don't even have no picture of Isis. That's a shame. She's a tall, light-skinned, thin girl with the locks or faux locks. And she popping them girls left and right. So what you call them goes back to the line where the girls are, and she's digging in Danny's stuff or whatever. She was like, Danny, you're so immature. You're very immature because you come into our room, you always get too close. You always say something I don't like. You talking about this girl is my friend. Now, why would you say this girl is my friend? Why would you say that talking about Ice? Why would you say this girl's my friend? You always saying something that's crazy. And Danny, she know how to handle Jocelyn. I'm sorry, Jocelyn. I'm just really slow. I just don't know what to say. I'm just so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, Jocelyn. Oh, Jocelyn, Jocelyn, Jocelyn. Oh, Jocelyn, I'm so sorry. It's like, because you look really stupid. And I don't know why. Because I'm really sick of you. So immature. You are not no young girl. You're so immature. She just digging into her. And she ain't say nothing. She just ate it. You know what I mean? But she was like, that's my friend, and I'm gonna go up for her, whatever. And she just started snapping on the OGs. And then Diamond and Raven was like, girl, I knew we was next. And sure enough, they was next. Sure enough, they was next on Jocelyn's hit list. And so she's digging into there, and then out of nowhere, um, she starts eliminating girls, right? So she talks to Envy. She's like, Envy, why do you think that you should be here? She's like, girl, because I just feel like this and third to go around. And then she eliminates Fetish, the girl. I don't remember what she's like a brown skinned girl. She has like nice strong features. The BBW left. She's like, girl, you're not doing enough. You're not really doing enough for me. You gone. You're out of here. You gone. You're out of here. She was supposed to eliminate 4. And she's like, oh, I have somebody. I have a special guest for you guys. And so as she's opening the door, how y'all doing? I'm just popping in to make sure you liking this video, girl. It is so like me to have a side conversation within a conversation, is it not? Anyway, y'all, make sure you all are subscribing to the channel because you're already here. That lets me know that you are my type of person. That lets me know that we go together right now. Basically, I mean, does it not mean that? Anyway, y'all, I hope that you are enjoying the video. Let's hop back into it. Bye. And in comes Wet Wet. Okay, so Wet Wet is back on the scene and she's looking like she did the last time we seen her, a mess. And so she's like, and Wet Wet, what are you here? What are you here for? And she was like, well, I'm just here to apologize. And I have some really like some issues going on with my son. And it's a lot. I don't know if she had to get rid of her son or she gave her son up or something, but that's what it kind of sounded like. It alluded to a little bit for me. But, she was like, and then Raven or Diamond was like, I just feel so bad for Wet Wet as much as I can't stand her. Like my heart goes out to her. And, I know that she's going through a lot with her child. And I'm like, girl, that's that pregnancy brain. That's that mom brain you still operating on. But the girls enjoy Wet Wet. And so she comes in, she gets in line, she apologizes. She's like, I just have some personal issues. And so, she gets back into line. She's like, the only thing is you're here, but you can't win the money, girl. Wet Wet falls out and rolls all around, takes the wigs off. Like, girl, I can't deal with this now. I can't even get to the money. I can't even get to the bag. And, she's funny. She's the comedic relief that, I'm assuming that they think that the show needs. I think she is a good part of the show. But she was like, that's it. I'm not going to eliminate anybody else for the rest of the night. So, you girls go ahead and, just relax. Like it is what it is. And so the next day, we have Raven, Ocean, and some of the other girls start talking about the new girls who just got invited here. She was like, I feel like we did research, we had to go through a process, we were interviewed, and then just because this girl was at a party and she popping her you get an opportunity to be with Jocelyn. I feel like she shouldn't really be here. And all the girls just sitting there talking about it. Andrea, she didn't really say much. She was like, I just feel the jealousy and the envy in the room. And I just know that I can't really be a part of it. It's just like, girl, why are y'all really that upset? Because Jocelyn is sought after them? Like, y'all should be mad at Jocelyn. You feel like we not enough and you out here vetting out these other girls. What is it really giving? But, they said what they had to say. And then sure enough, here comes the new girls. The one new girl is really pretty. I don't think I have a picture of them. But Brooklyn is pretty. They're both actually pretty. They have really different looks about them. And you know, uh they start talking or whatever. She was like, well, how do you feel about this, that, and the third? And it was like, well, I'm happy to be here and blah, 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 blah. She was like, well, Ocean kept it real. She was like, well, I just feel like you being at some little party doing a little will get you here. And we all then did our research and did the tour dates and did all this, that, and the third. And you just walk up in here. And so the young girl was like, yeah, well, that little got me here. So it is what it is. And so Ocean, she just pressing it like, well, I don't really feel like this is really what I da 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 da. And so the girl from Chicago, the big thick girl, gets up, her right here in the center, in the white. She gets up. This is Ocean in blue. This is Lexi on the side or whatever. Lexi Gold. Let's be clear, because it ain't Lexi Blue. And this is, I forgot the girl. She from Chicago. She in the middle, and her and Ocean is in the blue. And she like, girl, I don't care what y'all talking about. Let's just run these feeds because I don't like what this type of time y'all on, and I really don't even care. So Raven and Diamond and them, they just get up like, oh my God, this is so ghetto. This is so ghetto. Oh my God. And they just get up and they just started rocking them, boom, 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 rocking them. And they gonna look like somebody gonna get jumped a little bit, look like somebody about to get bumped a little bit. It's just gonna give a rustle and a tussle. In next week's episode, we see Wet Wet coming out in a maid outfit, and she like, "Hey, May, I see you got your maid on like you always do." And she's dusting, doing a little slight work, doing some acting, trying to build her into the show. And for whatever reason, Wet Wet thought she was about to dust off Jocelyn with that duster, and she said, "Girl, why would you put this stuff on me?" And Jocelyn looked like she was about to tear Wet Wet up, and it's gonna be another Wet Wet and Jocelyn beef situation. Like, girl, why are you making her your project? Wet Wet, find something safe to do. If this is supposed to be your check, why would you put that duster on Jocelyn? Like, I don't even know this woman, and I know that she wouldn't like that. Like, girl, what you trying to be funny? She didn't even want that girl coughing at her. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, what were you really thinking? But anyways, we're gonna see next week's episode. I want to see the girls dance. I want to see who's giving up the sexy, who's really actually giving it up. So that's really what I have. Let's get into the final thoughts, shall we? Okay. Were they really mad or were they just making TV? All right. Were these girls really mad or were they just making TV? Especially the girl from Chicago. She like, well, it kind of felt like she was saying it in a sense of like, well, I hate that I have to do this, and maybe we can be cool after this, but I'm gonna have to get this in right now. And it kind of just felt like, girl, did you really need to do that, or you felt like you had to because they got a better opportunity than you? You can't be mad at somebody else's blessing. You don't know how that shit gonna work out. I just don't feel like if you wanted to really be on some stuff like, yeah, well, see what she got. Let's see what can you dance? Oh, can you really dance? Oh, but can you know pole tricks? Oh, but what you do? Like question them, see what's going on. Maybe I want to say a little like hazing, but they did come in like, girl, I'm not kissing nobody ass. It is what it is. Jocelyn want me to be here and I'm here, which I do like too. Right. So it's like, it's one of those situations where I feel like they were kind of just acting a little bit. They're probably all going to be friends at the end of the show. I mean, of course, they're going to actually go on tour together. It just gives, they didn't have to fight. But I feel like they knew that they was making TV. I don't know. I'm kind of like, y'all could have, I don't want to say haze, that's such a nasty word, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like throw some shade, some cute light shade, see what they really giving, sabotage a little bit. And then if it get down to it, get down to it. Don't just, all right, well, we just have to get this out the way because, at the end of the day, and I really don't really want to do this, but I'm gonna have to. Like, girls, do what you're gonna do and go to hell on. Who's next? Raven, girl. All I have for Miss Raven is yes, Miss Raven. I feel like last season's episodes, I never really saw it for Raven. She aesthetically just don't do it for me. And I'm not saying it like, oh, she's terrible or judging women. Like, I think she's beautiful. Let's make no mistake. I just didn't see the sex appeal. But This right here, this little Nia Long number with the nice makeup, with the little this right here is just so cute for me. And I feel like I seen her in a couple of like those little glasses she was wearing. I mean, the boots was a little, I don't know. She's been just doing something for me. She looks elevated. That's what it is. She's been looking a little elevated. And I love that. I love that for her. I'm like, okay, like she got her little Montclair glasses on. She's looking like a little something. She got her little, I don't know, she's just looking good. She looks good. And Joseline and Andrea, say what you want about Cocaline, but Natalie could never. Okay, the amount of care and concern that she showed her when her lip got split open. Yeah, she made a couple jokes in the confessional. Yeah, she ha ha he he'd, but she definitely made sure she was okay. She was like, "No, girl, you can go to the hospital. I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it. No, don't worry about it. If you're thinking about worrying about the hospitals, I'm gonna pay for it. You get what I'm saying?" And so I like that. I like that she had did that because it's like, yeah, like you want to take care of your people. You know what I'm saying? You are going to take care of your people. I feel like we seen how Natalie moves when what you call them was falling out when what's her name? So I was about to call her Sunny. Smiley, when Smiley was choking out and falling out and seizing out, she looked more upset, like, oh my God, you're getting on my nerves. Like she looked more annoyed more than anything. Like Joseline really showed concern and was like, girl, if it's about the money or whatever, like, we gonna pay for this. Don't worry, don't even worry about it. You feel what I'm saying? So I like that she, showed up in a way that I feel like Natalie could never. You know what I mean? And people give Jocelyn the bad rap, but like how she talk about the girls and how she is whatever. But at least she not phony and fake. Natalie, a smile up all in these girls' faces, get them set up by Big Back Tasiki, having them knocking out their teeth and holding up the tooth by the root and all this weird stuff. But at least, you know what I mean? She is keeping it real from the rib. Like, girl, no, I don't like you, and you better be careful because I might pop you too. You know what I'm saying? So I think that I don't know. I just thought this moment was really, really cute. And I like to see Jocelyn in this new different light, if you ask me. Let me know what you think though. Were you here for it? Were you here for the episode? It was cute. I'm ready to see these girls dance now. For real, for real. I'm ready to start seeing them and doing something for real. Let me know your thoughts. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much